All right. So, for this session, we are going to thread together a bunch of things that you've done in your 12 sessions with me. And you will need a block and some form of resistance band. The smaller ones will do too. And you can always adjust it that way. First thing we're going to do is warm up the body. And we'll start with the hands. We're definitely going to get into some great movements, but we want to joint free the entire body. So let's start by turning one hand up. And then we're just going to take the finger and just pull it down to stretch it out for 5, for 4. From this position, you're opening up the palms a little more. 3, 2, and 1. Then move to the next finger and stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It doesn't matter how big of a movement, as long as you're doing it, especially from a different positional angle, you're going to open your palms and hands up very well. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next finger for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you find that this part of the hand is tight, give it a little bit of a knead in massage and then scoop over hand and apply a little pressure. 5, 4. And if that feels too intense, you can just hold the tip. 3, 2, and 1. Same thing, other side. Turn the hand up to any degree, whichever position feels best. You're just going to get a lot from this type of angle. Stretch the pinky finger back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next finger for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next finger for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next finger for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Scoop the thumb, go easy, stretch it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's good to take care of the hands because they do so much for us. Release the hands down, shake it out. Beautiful job. Now let's really stretch out the head and neck. Let's start by just tilting ear to ear. If you're not getting enough of a stretch, protract the shoulder down as you tilt in the other direction. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then we're going to release the chin towards the chest. Allow the stretch to occur at the back of the neck. Protract the shoulders down. Create a long neckline. Good. And then gently move the head and neck side to side. And again, as you're turning the head to one side, you can gently protract the shoulder down to intensify and elongate. 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to inhale back up to center, and then we are going to roll the shoulders back. So lift them up, circle them back, only moving the shoulders for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse, lift up, circle forward for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Let's Sufi circle. Open up the body. Really think about opening up the front and the back body for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. It's waving and articulating the spine. Change directions for 5, for 4. Make sure you're breathing thoroughly. 3, 2, and 1. Turn the hands inward, maybe widen the stance a little, alternating shoulder shrugs. Feel it down the back. Go to the center when the back feels tight. If the back feels open, think about bringing the shoulder towards the opposite knee. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and you're always adapting and adjusting for your range of mobility and how your body feels each day. For 3 more, for 2, and for 1. Good, I'm going to scoot back a little. So we're going to inhale the arms up. You can interlace the hands, flip the palms up, or clasp opposite forearms. And you're going to stretch the side body side to side. For 5, you're grounding in the hip and glute as you turn to the other side to stretch it out. For 4, for 3, a lot of the time I'm exaggerating movements. What matters most is how they feel on the inside of your body. 2, and 1. Exhale, releases the arms down. Let's warm up the hips, the knees, and the ankles, gently going side to side, letting the sides of the feet come up. Good. Waking up the hips, the knees, and the ankles. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Legs come to stillness. We're going to take a wider stance. Lift up, dip the knee down, lift it back up. Heel lands. Up, down, up. Heel lands again. Up, down, up. Release. Up, down, up. Heel comes down. Up, down, up. Down, up, down, up, and down. Last one. Up, down, up, and down, up, down, up, and down. Beautiful. Extend one hand, fingers are down, modified as bent elbow. You can just apply the pressure or extend and hold. So if the wrists were really tight, you would do this version. If they're really open, you would hold like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to treat this wrist like it's tight and just apply pressure for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to stretch the opposite side of the wrist. We're going to release the hand down. Other hand is over the top. You can apply pressure like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bent elbow close to rib cage. Hand faces forward like you're saying hi. Release the hand down. Other hand is over the top, and you can hold it down if the sensation feels good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just shake out those wrists. For 3, for 2, for 1. I want you to extend the hands, turn the hands to the side, down, reopen the hands up, and just circle to warm up the wrists. For 3, for 2, for 1. Spread the hands, feel the webbing between the fingers. Reverse the rotation, relaxing the hands for 3, for 2, and for 1. Give the hands one more shake. Let's warm up the ankles. You can scoot back in the chair, lift one foot up or support. Roll out the ankle, thinking of opening up the sides of the ankle, creating space. And just reverse the rotation. Beautiful job. Same thing, other side. Roll it out. Reverse it. Circle the other way for 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. And if you have your little weights or anything weighted, let's just warm up the calf muscles. You could use like a 5-pound weight on here or anything along those lines, and apply a little pressure or let the weight do the work and just lift and engage the calf muscle, and then slowly release it down. 4 more like that. Lift, slowly release it down. 3 more. For 2, for 1. Switch to the other side. For 5. Looks like this. For 4. for 3, for 2, and for 1. Good. We're going to place the block down. We're going to grab our resistance band and we're going to place it under the foot. Hands get turned, open palm upward. Great neutral posture. Head and neck is not projecting too much forward. And we're going to do 10 of these for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to switch to the other foot. Turn the hands that are thumbs are up. Create nice neutral posture. 10 of these for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, halfway there, right? 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job with those. Now we're just going to have the strap in the hands extended forward and like you're pulling the rope apart for 10, 9, hands are shoulder distance apart here with a little pull, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now we're going to take the strap and place it along the shoulders. Loop the hand through forward. Nice neutral posture. Pushing out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. So I'm going to loop my strap. This is definitely one that a smaller resistance band would be more effective for. I'm going to place my legs inside the strap. Ideally, I would like it to be this tight, but this is the only strap I have at home. I left the other ones in the studio. So I want that little bit of resistance. I want you pushing out, engaging the core, lifting the heels up for 1. You could change, do it like the gut punch 1, push out, lift up for 2. Alternate those, do the zip up, push out, lift up for 3. Come back to just sucking the navel in, push out, lift up for 4. Gut punch, push out, lift up for 5. Come back to zipping it all the way up, push out, lift up for 6. Suck the navel to the spine, push out, lift up for 7. Back to a gut punch, push out, lift up for 8. Zip it all up, push out, lift up for 9. Suck the navel in, push out, lift up for 10. Beautiful. Now we're just going to use our band. I'm actually going to use it this way. I'm going to use a strap for these. I think a strap or a towel would be more effective. I know I have a green strap over here. All right, so a towel or a strap is ideal because now I want to open up the chest. So I think you have one of the straps with the loops. Go to the second one. If the shoulders and the chest are really, really tight, you want the stance a little wider, your hand position that I call it stance, wider than your shoulder distance apart, but you're working the hands to being coming in and having shoulder distance apart as you progress with this one, right? So you can have the hands a little wider, take a nice inhale, open it up, take it back to whatever degree works in your body. Exhale, release it down. Good. 4 more like that. Inhale, bring it up and back. Exhale, release it down. Doing good. Let's do 4 more. Inhale, open it up and back. Exhale, release it down. 3 more. Take it up and back. Exhale, releases down. 2 more. Take a nice inhale. Lift it up and back. Exhale, release it down. Last one, lift it up and back for me. Exhale, release it down. I'm going to sit on the floor just so it's nice and easy for you to see the next exercise. I want to open up the front and the back body. We're going to get to strengthening, but opening is so important. You're going to extend the arms out and you're going to have the strap in one hand. The hand that's free, slide it up between the shoulder blades, lower the strap, move it up and down. 3, 2, 1. Release into that hand, switch it out. 3, 2, 1. You're always releasing into the bottom hand, sliding the free hand between the shoulder blades or towards between the shoulder blades. 3, 2, 1. Release, and be careful that you don't like whip yourself when you take it back like this. 3, 2, 1. You're also always thinking about the hands crawling up the rope or towel towards each other. 3, 2, 1. Release it the other way. 3, 2, 1. One more time on the other side. I'll show you without the hands. 3, 2, and 1. Release the strap or the resistance band. Roll those shoulders back. Roll those shoulders forward. So you can do the next one. I'll do it in the chair because I think the chair is more accessible. You can do it on the floor or the chair. We're going to put, this is posture and core, which is what we need to really utilize to protect the spine. We want the proper things doing their jobs. So I want you to think about lifting the rib cage up, releasing the arm down, placing the block, finding that spot on the head, and then lifting one foot up, lifting the other foot up, keeping nice neutral posture. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Take a breath. We're going to do that. Let's do 4 more. Take a nice inhale. Lift the rib cage up. Find your balance. You can use your hands on the chair as I'm doing. Keep a nice neutral spine. Engage the core. Push up into the block. Good. Hold it. Shaking's good. Release it down. Only 3 more to go. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale. We're ready for round 2, right? Lift the rib cage up, or you can practice the gut punch, but push the shoulders back. Push up into the block. Create your balance. You can play with extension. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. Only 2 more. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. You can just suck the navel to the spine. Find your balance. Legs could be bent. Extend. Push up into the block. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. For the last one, let's try to practice a little bit of movement. So push up into the block. See if you can extend the legs and crisscross the feet as you push up into the block for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm laughing, imagining what you're going to say to me about adding those on, but you've been developing strength and working really hard. So I want you to always keep challenging that. Last one, I know I'm adding one more. You're going to extend the legs, push up into the block, open the legs with resistance, and close. 2 more. Open the up with resistance. You can put the arms into it and close. Last one, push up into the block, open and close. Nice job. Release it down. Good. So now we can put the block over to the side, and you can practice those on the mat or in a chair as I just demonstrated for us. Let's take a moment to do a modified down dog here. So hands are on the chair, step the feet back about the length of the torso, keep a nice neutral spine, protract the knees back, tilt the sitting bones up, stretch the back of the body here. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We are going to bend the knees, reverse hinge, contract the glutes, contract the core. Inhale all the way up. So you can use the bottom of the chair and engage the leg like this to isolate, or if the chair has a little space, you could do it along this line. So you're going to take a nice inhale, hinge at the hip, and stretch the hamstring. If this is too intense, you can come up and down with a neutral spine for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Same thing other side. If you want to use the bottom angle, it would look like this. You can change these on each day. If the chair feels uncomfortable, you can have a block here. Brace the foot with the block. And you can come up and down by bending the other leg. Notice that leg is straight. I'm bending for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And if you want to hold, you would just stay like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. So now we could do some wall slides, block between the legs. You could do it against the wall, or you could bring it away and make it a bit more of a balancer. Feet are hip distance apart. Take a nice inhale and think of sitting back. So you're bending the knee so the knees stay over the ankles, but you're sitting back. And I want you to suck the navel to the spine and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the core, come up, squeeze into the block, balance on the balls of the feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower the heels for 3, for 2, and for 1. Bend the knees, sit, brace for a gut punch, push the shoulders back, squeeze into the block. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift it up. Find your balance. Use the hands against the wall of the chair. Squeeze into the block. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower the heels. 3, 2, 1. Last one. Last core contraction. Zip the core up. Squeeze into the block. Sit back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the core. Balance on the big toe side, pinky toe side. Squeeze into the block. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the heels. 3, 2, 1. Nice job with those. One arm push-ups against the wall. Notice my stance is at an angle to make it happen. Neutral spine is super important for the multifidus, that muscle that runs along the back for that engagement. We're going to do 10 of these. So notice that I'm at an angle. Hand is at shoulder level. Feel the back, feel a nice neutral spine, bend the elbow for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. When you push away, push with that pointer finger knuckle. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. So now we're going to switch. So we're going to place the hand right in front of the shoulder. Look at the angle of the body. Hand is on the back, but think of really creating a nice neutral spine, lining up the spine, and then we'll begin on this side for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job with this. There's nothing super easy about putting all of those together. So I'll move this chair this far. All right. And I want you to take a nice wide stance, ideally more this way. All right, and take the feet nice and wide. You could have the wall behind you. Turn the feet out. Come all the way down. I think this is better than a lunge and a squat and come all the way back up. Good. And you can have the wall in front of you or a chair coming up. Engage the core. Come all the way up. Let's go for 10, 9, 8. There's nowhere to hide with this one. It's just going to strengthen. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Then you're going to turn the feet and you're going to go side to side. For 10, keep that spine neutral. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job with those. So now let's come into stretching out the hamstrings. So feet are hip distance apart. Hinge at the hip, release the arms down. Take a nice inhale, protract it back and up to stretch those hamstrings out. Good. For 5, and 4, for 3. We want to stretch them out here. For 2, and for 1. Beautiful. So now you can use the wall. And we want you to have your mat non-slip surface close to the mat. Hand against the wall. Let's stretch out the quad. We're going to work on some transitional balance next. So really open up the quads because we just opened up the hamstrings. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Same thing, other side. Use the opposite hand against the wall for balance. Good. And you can engage and release whatever feels good for you. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So what we did, even when we were doing the legs out to the side, we were opening up the hips and groin. We just stretched out the hamstrings and the quads. When you're going to be balancing on one leg, those are 3 areas that you want to always make sure you stretch out. So if our feet are hip distance apart, you can do this with one hand against the wall or the chair. You're going to think about balancing on one leg. Step one foot to where the pubic line would be and the other foot comes up. See if you can place the medial line against the shin and the front of the foot and hold your balance there. Hands can be against the wall. You can practice your core engagements. Alternate the 3 for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then you can turn the foot over to the side. Arch of the foot is against the calf muscle for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If the ankle can come across the knee, work to bend it and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Even if these aren't accessible, just working towards them for a few seconds really makes a difference in your balance and your strengthening. And if the core contractions are too much, just work on the bounce. You're balancing, you're grounding into the heel and balancing between the big toe side and the pinky toe side. When one side tracks up, simply track it down. Same thing other side. You're going to step the foot in, bring the other foot up, and then we are starting, wait, I did this stuff. Da-da-da. So it's challenging to place the foot across. Hold it here. You can practice the core engagements for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place the foot to the side for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Use the hands if you need to. Get the foot over. Hand can be against the chair. If holding is too much, practice coming up and down. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job with that one. That's not an easy one. We're going to do lots of hamstrings and stretching out, but let's practice 3 more balancing sequences here, right? So for this next one, I actually want you to bring the feet close together in a bent knee position and just practice lifting up and releasing the heel down for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Bring the foot up to a bent knee, open it to the side, and bring it back in for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. I know you're not thanking me yet for those. The same thing, other side. Use the chair, use the wall. For 5, 4, 3, this is my weaker side, 2, 2, and 1. Just sneaking in 1 more. Lift the other foot up to a bent knee. Good. Open it up to the side. Little bit of resistance as you bring it in for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. And release it down. Nice job. Woohoo. Only 1 more to go. And we are literally making the letters A, B, C, and 1, 2, 3 with 1 leg. So you're bringing 1, feet are hip distance apart. Step 1 foot in, bring the other foot up, extend the leg. Either use the point of the big toe or the heel. A, B, C. Yay. And then 1, I'm doing like the old school 1. Then a nice loopy 2. And then a beautiful 3. As you get more comfortable with these, alternate using your heel as the writing point and your pinky toe. All right, come on. A, B, and C, and then 1, ta-da, 2, and 3. Beautiful job with all that balance work. That was great. Transitional balance is what I call it. It's always going to refine your balance. Really, you're always just teeter-tottering and tracking down on anything that lifts up in the 3 primary points of the feet. So you can use a wall, hands shoulder distance apart, step it back, protract the knees back, sway the hips side to side. It's just another way of doing modified downward dog. You can also do it over the chair, whatever feels good. Go side to side here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can pedal out the feet, stretching it out, tilting the sitting bones up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can place the foot against the wall, bend the knee, and hamstring stretch, going up and down or holding the stretch for the intensity. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's the same thing we did with the chair earlier. I'm just using the wall this time. So choose whichever version feels best for you. For 10, 9, this is the way to do it if you can't hold the whole way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so I want you to make your way down to the floor. I'm going to show you a little trick that I love to do with a towel that helps me really open up my legs. All right, so towel rolled up like this. Make your way down to the mat is your best friend to really opening up the body. If your legs look like this when you come down and take the legs wide, support underneath them. This would actually be like this so that the hamstring can feel fully supported. You would do it on both sides of the legs to compensate, right? And to have support. You're always keeping a neutral spine. This actually tells you how tight your hammies are. And posture will open up the muscles more constructively and not damage the spine. So keep a nice neutral spine. It doesn't matter how far forward you go. Get the legs out, support with the towel, walk it forward and backwards. Keeping a neutral spine. Don't let the shoulders round. If the shoulders round, you're damaging the spine. We don't want that. So walk it forward, keeping the heart open and backwards. Keep going with the movement. Even if it's like you're walking forward this much, it's still more constructive and will open up your hamstrings better. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you can bring the legs up and in. You can do this part in a chair. You can always stop and start the videos. Then let's come back to just swaying the legs out before we do another variation of that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Do a couple single windshield wipers, dipping the knee down one at a time for 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, re-get the towel set up. So support underneath the legs. So basically with the towel, the legs feel like this. This time, nice neutral spine, complete alignment, not rounding, shoulders are nice and erect, chest is open. We're moving it forward, holding the point where we can keep the shoulders back, and we're just moving side to side. Good. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you can move the towels out of the way. Let the legs look more like a diamond. Bring the big toes and the heels together and butterfly to open up the hips and the groin. The height of the knees tells you exactly how tight your hamstrings, your hips, and your groin are. Nice job. All right. We're winding down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So then you could use a strap or resistance band. Come on down onto the back. Support the center of the back. So head and neck stay down, but do this little movement where you suck the navel in, let the spine completely settle here. Then you're going to have your strap. One leg is in a bent knee position. Take a nice inhale, bring it in to stretch out that hamstring on the exhale and release it back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you can have this strap. Make sure you feel a good amount of support. Open up the leg to the side for 5. Bring it back up and in. Keep a nice neutral spine. Your gaze stays up to the ceiling. It's just about the leg for 4, for 3. Use your hand to help support and control the leg for 2, and for 1. Then you are going to switch to the other leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then you're going to have the strap. Open it up to the side for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. And from here, bend and think of the knee coming towards the rib cage for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So same thing, other side for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very last one, reverse forward folds. So great for your spine. Take a nice inhale, honor your range of mobility, keep the knees bent. Very last movement, bring the legs in together and release them back for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and hold at 1 for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you want to take the legs, rest them with support behind the knees. Take a few minutes to take a few breaths. Beautiful job. I will make you one more video. I hope you enjoyed that practice.